These are the bags that people are wearing. Forget about what the influencers are saying. If you have these bags at the back of your closet or they've been on your wish list for years, it is time to take them out because people are loving these bags. If you consume a lot of content on here or on social media, you listen to a lot of the influencers, the fashion brands, you will be convinced that certain types of fashion items are in style and others are out style. And if they're not carrying certain things, they're not wearing certain things, it's not actually happening. But in reality, majority of people do not subscribe to these fashion trends. People wear whatever they want. First off was one of my first loves in designer fashion, probably the second high-end luxury designer bag I put on my wish list way back when, the Loewe Puzzle Bag. Now, a lot of my favorite fashion content creators on here, like Cassie Thorpe, they've been talking for months about how Loewe was definitely going to be the brand for the summer. So I was expecting that I'm going to see a lot of people wearing the Loewe tank top, the Ethereum dresses. I was expecting to see a lot of the raffia bags. They have some really nice raffia bags. But to my pleasant surprise, it's the Loewe puzzle bag that's blowing up in New York City right now. I'm seeing especially the mini size. I do see some people with the small, but people are loving this bag. They are wearing this bag casually, crossbody. I see some people wearing it out to brunch, to cafes with a top handle. It's just a beautiful, unique bag, and I can see why people love it. It's pretty low key, but at the same time, very stylish, and this design, the craftsmanship really speaks for itself. Back in the day when I first fell in love with it, I saw Beyonce pictured with this bag more than 3 times. And if the queen loves it, you know it is good. And I think that's why a lot of people are going back to it, especially for this summer. It is a very functional bag. It is also very stylish. It is a perfect vacation bag, pretty secure. It won't bring down your outfits. Though people are wearing it very casually, I also think it's a pretty versatile bag in the grand scheme of things as well. If you don't have a Loewe puzzle bag already and you're looking to purchase, I think at full resale, it's still a pretty decently priced high-end luxury bag. You could get the mini for around 2,000 plus dollars, and the small, which is a little bit more medium size, is a little over 3,000. On the resale market, the minis are going for less than $1,000. It's a beautiful bag, and I'm actually happy to see that New Yorkers are loving this bag. Second up is more of a collection of bags than a specific bag itself, but these are the Bottega Veneta Intrecciato bags, especially in the smaller weave pattern, some of them in the medium size. I am seeing a lot of this style of shoulder bag from Bottega out and about. A lot of suburban women are loving this. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that we're kind of in this quiet luxury understated phase. So this is a great functional yet still stylish looking bag that is understated. But if you know Bottega Veneta, you'll know that this is a designer bag. In live fashion, I'm also seeing a lot of Jodies out and about. Now, the Jody bag you would have thought would have been very trendy a year or two ago. A lot of people had them in many different colors, especially the younger population. But I'm seeing them out and about in New York, and I'm starting to think that they may very well become classic. One that they've been really pushing that I'm actually not seeing as much outside of the influencer community is the sardine bag. It's a beautiful bag, very fashionable. It's still within the Intrecciato collection. However, I don't think majority of people are wearing this because it's not as functional as the other types of bags that I've been seeing around. Bottega is still winning with their Intrecciato pieces this summer. Third up might be a little bit controversial because, sometimes we can't really tell if it's a real deal or not, but I'm seeing a lot of Birkins. The people of New York are bringing out their Birkins for this summer, and they look good. I'm talking about classic color Birkins, some amazing exotic color Birkins. I'm not seeing a lot of exotic materials, but varying colors. I'm seeing them with some beautiful rodeos, some well-loved Birkins are out there. I'm seeing people bringing them to cafes, to bookstores, to meetings. I am just appreciating how well people are loving their Birkins, especially 25 and 30. I am very surprised to see more Birkins now than I've seen in the last 2 years. Again, we can't really tell if they're real or not, but it doesn't matter. Style wise, New Yorkers are looking good in the Birkins. Fourthly, mainly in the urban areas and the city, especially amongst the younger population, and definitely in places of work, I am seeing more than anything else the Marc Jacobs tote. If I had to go by numbers, this would easily be the number one spotted handbag in New York across the board. And it just makes sense because it is from a reputable brand. It is a pretty decent price. It's a very functional bag. It's a pretty versatile style of bag. It's very easy to carry around. There are so many different variations to choose from, so many different colors. It is quite easy to see how young people could get the popular effect out of this bag while still being able to preserve their own sense of individuality by choosing the different variations and different colors. Like, it's so popular. I feel like Marc Jacobs is like the new Michael Kors, but they've managed to still somehow maintain their level of prestige, unlike Michael Kors, and I'm not mad at them. I also really love this style of bag because it looks very similar to another bag that I love, which is a Chloe Woody tote, but of course it is way less on the price. And for that reason, that's why I think New Yorkers are loving and wearing this bag, especially during summer 2023. On that note, also, I'm still seeing a sprinkling of the Bushwick Birkin, the Telfar bags, especially in the mini size. People are still loving the Telfar bags. The younger population, they're still bringing their Telfar bags out and about, especially in New York City. This entire video would have been a lie if I did not take the time to mention these bags. The Goyard bags are out and about in New York City, urban areas, and the suburbs. People are not concerned about whatever games Louis Vuitton has playing over there with the Neverfull. They have already moved on to this bag. It's a pretty good tote. It's very functional. It's a throw everything in and go type of bag. Whether people have gotten them in boutique or Canal Street or the fence or the window or the yard, wherever, people are wearing them and they are loving them. And the colors are amazing. It's no surprise that people are here for this bag. We've been talking a lot about how the themes or the trends for 2023 have really centered around nostalgia, especially for fashion from the 1990s and early 2000s. But I kind of want to say, when it comes to handbags, especially in New York, I feel that people are having nostalgia. They're going back to not very vintage pieces, but items that were really popular when social media started popularizing designer fashion. And based on that, another pair of bags that I'm seeing more and more in New York City this summer, the Celine Luggage, specifically in the smaller sizes. People are wearing them crossbody and they are looking amazing with the different outfits. These are also old favorites of mine, but I kind of forgot about them in the hype and the noise of all the other bags that we've seen so far. But now that I'm seeing people coming back out and about wearing these bags in New York, I am realizing how great these bags looked. New Yorkers are going to the back of their collections to take these bags out because they are essentially on theme for this season of simplistic, functional, high quality pieces. And I love that. Bags that I saw last year that I'm not seeing as much this year. Sadly, the Saint Laurent bags. Last year, the Nikki bag was everywhere. Outside of boutiques, I don't think I've seen more than one person wearing the Saint Laurent Nikki bag. I'm also not seeing the Ikea bag as much. It blew up in the latter part of 2022 and early parts of this year, but I am not seeing a soul with a Saint Laurent Ikea bag. I'm not seeing as much Chanel classics. What I am seeing are a lot of Chanel seasonal bags and very vintage bags. I'm also not seeing a lot of Gucci bags. The Gucci bags I do see are vintage Gucci bags in the Ophidia print, especially the small Ophidia print, but I'm not seeing a lot of the newer Gucci bags. I'm seeing Louis Vuitton bags, especially in canvas, but there are no commonalities in terms of the style of bags from Louis Vuitton that people are carrying. It's just kind of all over the place. I'm also not seeing a lot of Dior, but when I do see Dior, it is Dior saddlebag, the Lady Dior, but mainly the D-Light version, or a couple Bobby bags, mainly in the city. All in all, New Yorkers are loving fashion right now, even though on these platforms we're talking about how people are moving away from designer fashion. I really think people are just moving away from being influenced into purchasing certain items. People are just wearing and loving what they have, and they are buying what they love as well. And they are presenting themselves out and about very fashionably with these items. Let me know in the comments, what are the bags that you're seeing in your city? And do you subscribe to fashion trends that we talk about on this platform or on social media? And you can click here to enjoy this video, and remember to subscribe to my channel to get more content like this. Until my next video, stay fashionably well and in good health.